This micro-credential deals with understanding workplace emergencies and consists of 4 targeted skills. This targeted skill addresses natural disasters. According to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, actions taken in the first minutes of an emergency or natural disaster are critical. A prompt warning and evacuation can save lives. Call Public Emergency Services with full and accurate information to help the dispatcher send the right responders and equipment. Knowing your building and its systems can save lives and minimize damage to the facility. The first step when developing an emergency response plan is to conduct a risk assessment to identify emergency scenarios. Understanding what can happen helps determine the preparation you'll need. Employers should develop and implement an emergency plan to protect employees, contractors, and others in the facility. This includes building evacuations such as fire drills, sheltering from tornadoes, or hazards outside such as a dust storm or accidental chemical release. When an emergency occurs, the first priority is always to save lives. The second priority is to stabilize the incident. If a tornado or severe storm warning is broadcasted, a distinct warning should be sounded and everyone should move to shelter in the strongest part of the building away from exterior glass. Shelters may be basements or interior rooms with reinforced masonry construction. Since there may be little time to shelter when a tornado approaches, early warning is important. In a severe thunderstorm, monitor news sources in case a tornado warning is broadcasted. An emergency alert system radio should be available. Listen to weather warnings from local media, subscribe to free text and email warnings from news and weather resources. Lightning strikes can cause fires. In the event of a fire, prompt evacuation of employees requires a warning system that can be heard throughout the building. Test fire alarms to be sure all employees can hear it. Sound the evacuation signal during planned evacuation drills so employees are familiar with the sound and can exit quickly. Make sure of the building evacuation route. This includes having at least 2 exits from hazardous areas on every floor of every building. Building or fire codes may require more exits in a larger building. Also walk around the building and notice if exits are marked with exit signs and if there is sufficient lighting for safe exit. If you find a blocked exit, report it. An evacuation team leader should direct evacuation of the building. At least one person on each floor should quickly direct employees to the nearest safe exit. If an employee needs more assistance, a buddy can help him or her during an emergency. The local fire department can help develop an evacuation plan for disabled persons. A fire, chemical spill, or other hazards may block an exit, so the evacuation team can direct employees to an alternate safe exit. When employees evacuate a building, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration require an accounting to assure that everyone has exited safely. Take a list of employees to the assembled area when evacuating and use it to account for everyone. Inform the fire department whether everyone is accounted for. All employees need training so that they're familiar with alarms, communications, warnings, and protection systems, as well as the evacuation routes. Evacuation and sheltering drills help employees recognize the warning sound and know what to do. In conclusion, know your employer's emergency plan, be sure of evacuation routes, and know emergency procedures. These practices can save lives when quick actions must be taken.